them slightly if necessary. Okay, so now her shoulders are forwards. We moved these shoulder blades, the scapula, out to the side, out of the way of the lungs. We are going to collimate. We have all of this light, but plenty is kind of small. We don't need all that light. So we're going to bring this in, okay, tighten up our collimation. We're going to bring this in, tighten up our collimation. So here, we want light up to the very top of the shoulders. Okay? Lungs come up here, they won't go past the top of the shoulders. As long as you have the top, the shoulders, you will have the apices of the lung. Okay? If you're properly centered, down here you will also catch the costophrenic angles, the very bottom of the lungs. Okay, side to side, you just want to make sure they're including, for example, the ribs here, because the lungs won't go past the ribs. So let me split a little bit, let me get you back in the middle. So you want that light right here on both sides of the patient. Don't come in too much to where you no longer can see the ribs or the lungs. Keep it open just enough to see that. And don't let the clothes throw you off either, okay? Some people have these baggy clothes. When you're collimating, you want to pat the clothes down so you can see where the actual skin is. Okay, so for example, right, if you pat this down, you see how suddenly we have a lot more light? Right? Before it was like this, we pat the clothes down, we have a lot more light. This is where the actual skin is. So we collimate down to the skin. I'm not supposed to assume which side is left, which side is right, because there are certain patients where the organs are flipped, right? So we need to use these lead markers to tell the doctors this is the patient's left, this is the patient's right. Okay, I have my left marker here. I'm going to put it on the patient's left side. So marker goes in the light. That ensures it shows up on the X-ray. The marker does not go in the patient's shadow. If the marker is in the patient's shadow, it will show up inside the patient on the X-ray. And the last thing we want is a big giant L in the middle of the lungs. So marker goes anywhere you can find a small bit of light.